Hi, it's Jody. I'm in my car, but I'm not driving. It's just a nice, quiet spot for me to record a quick vlog. Um, the reason I'm doing this one is because someone just posted in one of my support groups asking about if anyone's had surgery in Mexico, and I've been meaning to do a Mexico vlog, actually. So I'd like to kind of recap that experience that I had. So kind of a boring vlog, but maybe interesting to some. My friend had a lap band done in Mexico about 5 years ago, and she looks fabulous, and she knows who she is. And it's been something I've always wanted to do, is weight loss surgery, but I was always kind of afraid to kind of take that step because, you hear all the stories, so I didn't want to put myself in that position. But after talking to my family and hearing their fears, I decided that I wanted to do it. And I could have went through the programs here in Canada. There's like WeightWise clinics and all sorts of programs and wait lists. I hear they're not that bad, about a year and a half in Calgary. So that's actually pretty good. I thought it was more like 2 to 5, and I just wasn't willing to wait that long. Once I made the decision, I wanted to do it. So I contacted my friend who had gone to Mexico to get her lap band, and I asked her for information. So I contacted them, and I told them that I wanted to get the lap band because I thought it was better to have a foreign object in my body that I could remove if things weren't working out. Gastric bypass scared me, the whole redirection of your intestines. And although that's a very viable option and great for a lot of people, it wasn't one that I was comfortable with. So I wanted the lap band. So I actually emailed them, and they asked about my weight, my BMI, and I got fill out a bunch of questions, and they came back recommending the gastric sleeve. So after doing a little research on the gastric sleeve and seeing that it's been around for quite some time, just not a lot of people heard about it. And Dr. Ariel Ortiz at the Obesity Control Center, I forget what it's called, OCC, he just started doing the sleeve after doing a lot of research on it. So I decided to go with it. From there, they told me it was $6,500 to do the sleeve. I got medical financing, and I got a check from them that I took with me to surgery. So I PayPal'd them, I think, $250 to hold the surgery room or something like that. And then the rest I paid when I got there. It was quite the experience. We flew to San Diego, and they picked us up in a cargo van. Super awesome, nice driver. He's like, "Are you ready to change your life?" And he was just so sweet. He told us exactly how to go through customs. I mean, customs was scary. There's a guy with a machine gun yelling Spanish at us, and we didn't know what he was saying. And it was so stressful. And I just yelled at him. I panicked. I yelled and said, "We don't know what you want." And so he's like, "Stay there, please." And then a really nice customs man came over and said, "Push the button. If it's green, you go. If it's red, you stay." So we pushed the button. I was like, "No whammies, no whammies." Push the button. It was green. All of us got through that were together. It was a little confusing finding our driver, but once we found our driver after that, he took us to the Marriott in Tijuana, and it was such a gorgeous hotel, and the staff was so nice. And they gave us a room. I rented an additional night early for $65, and it included all of my food, which was a clear broth, popsicles, and water. And my companion got 50% off her meals, which was really cool. But she had the lap band, so she barely ate anything either. So it was a really nice room, really comfy hotel room, which we're going to stay there for a week. So I'm glad it was really nice and clean and big. I loved the bathroom. I loved the hallway. I loved everything about this place. The staff was nice. The hotel was gorgeous. Had a nice pool. We never got to the pool. It was a little chilly when we were there in February. We went out. We went shopping. We went to Walmart, and it was really confusing because everything was in pesos. We went to Applebee's for dinner, and I had my final dinner. I was supposed to be on... They didn't tell me to do like a clear diet or anything, so I had like a chicken salad. They didn't say anything the next day. Apparently it was fine. So the next day we went over to the clinic, and I met my nutritionist who I've been emailing back and forth with. I guess I kind of forgot that part. The nutritionist contacted me right away and told me I had to lose 20 pounds by surgery. That was on January 23rd, 24th, and my surgery was February 19th. they put me on a pre-op diet of protein shakes 3 times a day, just green vegetables, raw or steamed, and sugar-free Jell-O popsicles. That was my diet for a month, and I lost 22 pounds before I even got to Mexico. So I weighed 321 pounds a day. I booked my surgery. I got to Mexico. I weighed 299. And that was pretty cool. They did blood work and echocardiograph to check my heart. And they gave me a private room, and they told me to put on these stockings, which I was so fat I could not get these stockings on. They had to help me. They gave me paper underwear, which totally didn't fit. Like, they were just ridiculous. I'm like, what is this? What is this for? So they gave me a pill to put under my tongue. And the next thing I know, I'm getting wheeled into the surgery room. And I'd met my surgeon at some point, Dr. Ariel Ortiz, and he was super nice. But I have a low threshold when it comes to drugs. So I was pretty out of it by the time I saw him. I woke up from surgery, and I wouldn't have known I've had surgery. I had to peel my boobs right off of my stomach. And then I saw the iodine on my stomach. Then I saw my incisions. I didn't think there'd be that many incisions. And I woke up and I was just really groggy. I Skyped with my family and I don't really remember it. I didn't eat really much the whole time. They gave me soup. They gave me water. I didn't like any of it. Water, I just wanted to throw up. I didn't like it. Which is weird because prior to surgery, I drank a lot of water. But nope, I couldn't do it. They made me stay an extra night because I didn't come out of the anesthetic very well. I was just so tired. I couldn't wake up and I was so nauseated. And they kept giving me meds. And they were giving me pain meds, but I didn't feel any pain. Maybe that's because I was on drugs. I don't know. Finally, they sent me, I had a drain in my stomach, like a tube that stuck out and had like this little sac at the end. And it had fluid in it. And I didn't know I was going to get one of those. I didn't expect that. That was the only uncomfortable part. I remember the shuttle brought my friend over to visit me as much as I needed. And, she did, and she was worried, but because I was so out of it. And then the next day I came home and, I went to the hotel and I had so much discomfort and I didn't want to eat and I didn't want to walk. I didn't want to do anything, but my friend made me get out and walk and move around. We walked around the hotel. We ate in the restaurant. We had broth and popsicles. And, that was all we did for a couple of days. So I had my surgery on the 19th. I stayed there the 19th, the 20th. The 21st, I finally went back to the hotel. I spent 2 days miserable in pain. Only to learn that, I remember the day I went to the hospital, I think on the 22nd, I went back to the hospital for another checkup. And they made me do a barium swallow and did a leak test on my stomach. And they took the drain out. As soon as they took the drain out, I felt 100 times better. The staff there were incredibly sweet. They were so kind and loving. It's like, then they just kept talking about how they're happy they're for me and how, they want to see me again and how thin I'm going to be. They were just so sweet and just wonderful. The people at the hotel were amazing. They'd sent us off to go shopping at a shopping district, and I mean, my whole experience was really great. Going back, we had to go back through U.S. Customs, and they were mean. They weren't nice at all. But at least they looked at my passport. And then our driver picked us up, took us to San Diego, and that was it. I mean, it was such an effortless thing. I went back to work about 2 weeks later and I had a pain in my stomach. I thought something was wrong. So I emailed my surgeon, and within seconds, I hadn't even looked away from my phone. I had a response from him going, "Tell me about this pain. Do you want to Skype? Is everything okay?" And he's like, and I'm like, you know what? Now that I've been walking around, I'm starting to feel a lot better. And he's like, "Hey, what I want you to do is just walk for another 10 minutes. Let me know if the pain decreases or increases." It was just tender, I think, from sitting so much all day because I sit for my job. And I've never had a problem since then. Everything's been perfect. Today I weigh 251, so 321, 299, and now 251. I'm pretty happy. I hit the 70-pound mark since the day I started the pre-op diet on January 23rd, so I'm pretty happy. I had a really great experience in Mexico. I would definitely go back. I would recommend it to my friends. But there was a time when I was getting my drain out and I'm laying there, and I know after this I'm going back to the hotel and then the next day I'm leaving, that I was laying there going, what did I do? I didn't regret my surgery at all. My surgery was fine. I think I regretted doing it in Mexico, because what if something was wrong? What if something went wrong? Who's going to take care of me? And who's, I didn't really have a doctor here in Canada. I've been going to like a clinic and stuff. So those were my worries. And I actually cried a little bit because I felt like I'd made a bad decision getting it done in Mexico. But here I am now, 4 months out. I'm totally happy with my decision. I can do things I've never done before. And it's all because of my surgery. And I claimed my surgery to Alberta Healthcare, and I got back $1,800, almost $19. And I know that I can claim some of it on my taxes and get reimbursed maybe around $1,100 for my flights and stuff like that too. So I am getting some of it back. And the finance company allows me to do like balloon payments also. So I'm doing that too. So, I just want to share that experience. If you have any questions, just leave it in the comments below and I'll do my best to answer it. Okay. That's it. Is it weird that I was in my car this whole time? And this video is not just a few minutes or just a quick vlog. I'm up to 11 and a half minutes. Anyways, have a great day. Bye.